Leviathan is on the attack and no one, not even Amanda Waller, is safe from their wrath. Can Superman protect her? Well, let's hop into the pages of Action Comics number 1009 and find out for ourselves, shall we? Alrighty then, so picking up from where the last issue left off, an injured Amanda Waller was brought to Superman's brand new Fortress of Solitude by him and Lois. They hope that she'll be safe there throughout the course of the investigation, but at the same time they're not exactly 100% sure if they should trust her. Lois especially has a bone to pick with the wall right now after her using her knowledge of Superman's true identity to hold over both of them. Oh, and that's just the beginning of what's making Lois angry too, when Waller eventually tells her side of the story, how she was ambushed by some sort of creature by Leviathan during a meeting with General Sam Lane and that she left Sam behind. Lois ends up getting so unbelievably ticked she actually cold cocks Waller in the face. I guess some things do get past the wall. Superman leaves to investigate, returning to the scenes of a bunch of the different attacks to see if he can't pick up on any clues. He also visits Sam in the hospital, who has a rather interesting guest looking over him, Vic Sage, the Question. Yeah, it would seem that all these different spy groups getting attacked by the seemingly dormant Leviathan is one hell of a conspiracy, and wherever there's a conspiracy, the Question is never far behind. They're also sure to mention in this issue, hey, Leviathan, wasn't that Talia al Ghul's old organization that she created to rebel against her father? And when Superman goes to check out one of their old bases in Asia, he finds a letter saying that they want the same thing, because, you know, that's not creepy at all. What's going to make solving this mystery particularly hard is that a lot of the victims in this situation, secretive spy types, don't actually want help. In the case of Mr. Bones, the leader of the DEO, he actually has the theory that Superman might be behind this, as he's the only one powerful enough to pull off an attack of this level. It gets stranger too that even despite all of the chaos and all the destruction of all these different super spy groups, there doesn't actually seem to be any bodies behind. Now once Superman gets back to the Fortress of Solitude and Jimmy Olsen comes too, they're all able to compare notes and put their heads together. They eventually decide that it's probably going to be Spiral in the crosshairs of Leviathan next, so maybe if they can get to that group first, they can meet off whatever dastardly thing Leviathan has planned at the pass. Too bad, because they're a super spy group. It's not like the Man of Steel can just walk up and offer his services. This might not be a job for Superman, might not even be a job for Clark Kent, but this could be a job for Andy. Who is Andy, you might be asking yourself? Well, much like Bruce Wayne makes use of the Matches Malone persona to move within the Gotham underworld, so does Superman have created another alter ego. And it's Andy who's going to be going deep undercover in Spiral in hopes of finding out what exactly Leviathan has planned and hopefully stopping it before any more people can get hurt as the comic comes to a close. And so that was Action Comics number 1009, and I gotta say, I'm still very much intrigued by this Leviathan storyline that we got going on here. I wouldn't exactly peg Superman to be the star of a spy epic, but then, you know, you stop and consider that he already spends a lot of time hiding one really important secret, and that is that he is Superman, so maybe he does make sense for an undercover mission. This issue also thankfully goes out of its way to answer a bunch of questions that we would normally as readers always ask in this situation, like, hey, why doesn't Superman ask Batman for help? He does, Batman just happens to be busy. None of this seems like Talia al Ghul's MO. Yeah, well, she might not be leader anymore. That tends to happen in these super groups. To Bendis' credit too, he actually really does well with the supporting cast in this situation. Jimmy and Lois getting way more to do, and we know for a fact that as this story goes on, they're actually going to be getting tie-ins all their own, which I'm actually pretty excited about. Ultimately, I think I'd feel comfortable giving this one a 7.5 out of 10. This continues to actually be probably my favorite thing Brian Michael Bendis is putting out at DC currently.
Hey there everyone, it's your old pal Cape Joel, and I want to thank you so much for watching to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, why not check out some of these other videos I have available from the channel. Then you can follow me on Twitter and Facebook at Cape Joel, so you're always up to speed on what I'm doing next. And hey, if you're feeling in a supportive mood, you might also want to check out my Patreon link down in the description. Patrons get exclusive access to videos and content before anyone else, and you can do so for as little as $1 a month. I would really appreciate it, and until next time everyone, I've been Cape Joel, and I will continue to be making comic book videos that smack of greatness. Bye-bye, everyone.